Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we're going to do the 8th installment of Would I Buy It? We're going to try and do this every 2 to 3 weeks just so that I have enough of interesting stuff, at least to me, to talk about. Sometimes I feel like I go on it weekly and I'm just not satisfied with the collection of things in terms of what I actually want to talk about. So we're going to begin. So the first thing that I see here, and we're going to start from what I see most recently, is a ColourPop release. Is this the first time I'm starting with ColourPop? I'm not sure. And this is going to be the Mint collection. I am not a fan of green shadows. Generally speaking, it's not my go-to shade. Blue and green, it's kind of the last thing I think about. However, when it comes to just swatching, the way this looks on the skin, particularly on the swatch that they have on this tan skin individual, it looks beautiful. I know that I personally would not like this on my eyes. I don't like the way green looks on me, but on the swatches, I'm gonna say this looks absolutely amazing. I do also want to mention this glittery like jelly pots that they have, because I've been watching a ton of ColourPop haul videos and I find that a lot of people who purchase this type of product were expecting something like a cream shadow, very metallic, very foiled, and it just doesn't seem to fit the bill. It's chunky glitter with a touch of jelly. So just be aware that that's essentially what it's going to be. All right, moving on to Jouer. They have the Essential High Coverage Concealer Pen. This is not a common thing with concealers. We're seeing a lot of, the ones with the doe foot applicators. Those are pretty much the standard concealer. So coming up with something like this is different. The quality of it we can't speak of just yet because it's coming out on January 16th. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, so it might be around that time. But I am filming this in advance, so I'm hoping that great things are going to be said about this. I don't personally, do I have access to Jouer? I'm not sure. I forget if it's Cover FX or Jouer that I don't have access to. But I would love to hear what people have to say about this. I am not a concealer stick kind of person, but I always find myself still wanting to try them out. So when it comes out, I will definitely be looking into reviews. I don't need concealer right now, but eventually when Shape Tape runs out, I have room to try another one. Hey Elf, they're having some bite-sized eyeshadows in 8 different palettes. $3 each. Based on the color scheme of all of them put together, there are ones that you can definitely mix and match with. I think what they've combined for the most part is good. There are a couple ones where I'm like, I'm not really sure about that. But for the most part, I'd say about 6, maybe 7 of them make sense to me at least. I don't think I've personally used e.l.f. eyeshadows before, so I am interested to see what people say about these eyeshadow palettes. I'm always watching haul videos. I love watching first impressions, so I can't wait to hear what people are saying about this, because out of the hauls that I've been watching recently, I haven't heard anything said about this particular eyeshadow quads. So we will see, and hopefully it meets the customer demand. Okay, Amrezy and Anastasia Beverly Hills. We're getting another palette from ABH. I'm sure that they've heard the audience say bump the brakes a little bit. They took a little while off, and now we're coming back with a collaboration with Amrezy. I think they've done 1, possibly 2 before. I know they did 1 eyeshadow palette and the highlighter, but I'm not quite sure if there was anything else. So we have this eyeshadow palette, and my thoughts on it, personally, I would not purchase this. This is coming out on January 14th online, and I'm not quite sure if there's more shades in this palette in comparison to their usual palettes in this packaging. Looks like there's more, but I could be wrong. I'm not personally drawn to this eyeshadow palette because when I look at it, I can almost see all of the eyeshadows that I already own. But it is worth noting that they have a new formula for their pressed glitters. That's going to be 2 of the shades offered in the palette. I've only had the ColourPop pressed glitters and I absolutely hated it. So I'm very cautious about how I would go about the next round of pressed glitters. But hey, I'm sure there's going to be thousands of people buying this palette and they're going to be doing looks with them, and I'm excited to see the quality of the product. And this is going to retail for $49. I think that's standard for her palettes. I know it's 40 something. All right guys, lastly, I'm going to end with the mini matte trans lipstick trios by Pat McGrath. I wanted to mention this because there's one set that is really pretty, and it's the one that's yellow orange and like a fiery orange color. The other set doesn't intrigue me as much because I think it's predominantly red. I understand the reason why they would do that, but it's just reds are not my go-to color scheme. I'm not personally familiar with Pat McGrath. I've never tried anything from her makeup line, but I think it's pretty interesting that this set is going to cost 25 bucks. I know that generally her products are rather expensive, so be able to try the quality of her products without forking up so much money at once, I think is very smart. If it were me, I would probably pick this up. I've always wanted to try the brand and I'm not willing to fork up that kind of money for an eyeshadow palette, but I am willing to do 25 bucks to try some lipsticks. I'm just hoping that the quality of these matches the quality of her normal lipstick line. So this would definitely be a purchase for me if I had access to Pat McGrath. All right guys, I'm already sweating up a storm. As you can see, we're not in our usual setting. Air conditioner is not on. I'm running some sweats, beads of sweat going down my face. But I do hope that you enjoy this Would I Buy It number 8. And I hope that you're looking forward to the 9th installment in the coming weeks. If you guys like this makeup look, go ahead and head over to Instagram. First link in the description box down below, where I will post a photo of this makeup look along with all the products in the caption. Till the next video, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys. So hot. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I wanna take my clothes off. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. What am I doing?